Well, I've wanted to make this video for quite some time now, but I wanted to wait until I had Starlink for a little bit longer. And so it's been 10 months now. I've learned quite a bit about it. And I've also, it's no better time to get it than right now. So that's why I wanted to make the video too. I was going to wait until maybe a year, but it's a pretty attractive deal at the moment. Right now you can get the whole kit, which is pretty much everything you need besides a mount to mount it on your house or anything like that. And you get that completely free. And for your first 4 months, you get their main residential plans for a discount. So for me, they came out with some new residential plans. Well, for everybody, they came out with some new residential plans, and it's really attractive compared to what they had before. So I actually started out with an $80 plan, and they had a $120 plan, both unlimited plans, just different speeds. And $80 is a little steep, so, and especially with me, since I was going to college, still am, I didn't want to pay $80 a month, so I ended up choosing one of their other plans, which was kind of a limited amount of data. That worked for me, but I paid $40 a month for that. Now you can get unlimited plans as low as $50 a month, but also if you're a new customer, which most of you guys probably watching this are curious about Starlink, it'll actually start out at $35 a month for your first 4 months. So, and that's 100 megabytes per second. Then it goes up to a $200 plan, or 200 megabytes per second speed. And then max is kind of like as much as Starlink can give you, which is another deal up. So I think it goes 50, 80, 120. But if you're starting out, it goes 35, 65, and then 105 for your first 4 months. So that's pretty cool, and you get the whole kit free. That's a $400 kit, so that's your router, and then you get the Starlink itself. I think it's the Mini, which a lot of value there. But yeah, they normally run a sale on these for normally like once a year, and that's whenever I got mine. So I was kind of hoping that this would pop up again and I'd be able to share this with you. But I didn't get the plans. Like, there's discounts on the plans as well that go along with it, which is kind of insane. So if you were to go on the Starlink website, which I have the link in the description, which I also need to talk about that. But if you were to go there, you would only have to pay $20 to get this thing shipped to you today. Pretty much, I mean, you don't have to pay for anything. What I would recommend doing, if you were to get Starlink today, which I'd recommend, I would go with the cheapest plan, unless you have a ginormous family. 2 people here at my house, like if my brother comes over or my girlfriend's over, we can have Netflix or something going. We can all be on our phones, and just perfectly fine with the speeds of 100 megabytes per second. But some people, maybe if you're gaming a lot or something like that, you might want a higher speed than that. Also, with uploading YouTube videos, it's enough for me as well. So I only have to pay $50 a month for that, which I am really happy they came out with that plan. But yeah, whenever it comes to setting up the Starlink, you do that all yourself. It's really easy. You have one cord that goes from your router and your house out to the Starlink. And that's like it kind of looks like an internet cord, and that's pretty much all it is. And you run that from outside into your house. I think it's a 50-foot cord. It might be a little longer than that. I think it's a 50-foot cord, so that doesn't take very long to do that. What I would recommend for that, since you don't get a mounting kit or anything like that, I'd recommend getting one on Amazon, because you get one cheaper. I ended up buying one from Starlink because I didn't know that Amazon had them, and they want like $60 bucks for one. You can go on Amazon and get one for like 25 bucks, and it'll be better quality, and you'll actually be able to mount it however you want to. So with mounting it, it's got to face north. I did not know that when I mounted mine, and I had to go back and change that. Really didn't have problems with speeds, especially since I'm not on the highest plan. So it was just, I'd open the app and it would be complaining on how it's facing, but it wouldn't affect my speeds in my house. So you can pretty much do whatever you want with the thing, and you're gonna get Wi-Fi. The only thing that you really got to do is you got to make sure that it can see the sky. So if you got trees, kind of mount it where it will face towards the north and not get obstructed. So other than that, one of the coolest things that I've done with this, really happy with the plans with the speed at 50 bucks. But what I really like is I actually have a mini router, which you can get through Starlink. You got to kind of get that through Starlink. It's a mini Starlink router, and it's a booster. So I actually have it at the shop across the road from my house, and it's right on the side of the building. It is a metal building, so it can't be on the inside. I tried. It's kind of mounted on the outside in a little like jug, kind of hidden, and I have Wi-Fi over there at the shop as well. It's pretty dang neat. I don't know how many of those you can put on your deal, but if you had a really big house, you can stick one of those like at your bedroom or whatever and get really high speeds. So just because you're getting farther away from the router. And for me, I have it across the road at the shop. So that's really cool. If you use my link in the description to get it, so you're going to get the system free, the kit free, and then for your first 4 months, it's going to be at a discount for all those plans, which is really cool. And then I'd recommend getting the kit from Amazon, or the mounting stuff from Amazon, so you can mount your Starlink on your house. Highly recommend that. And then on top of that, if you use my link in the description, you get your first month free, and you can, whatever plan you want, it'll be free. So, and they give that to everybody. So as soon as you get your Starlink and get all that stuff, you can share your link with your friends, and you can get a month free, and they get a month free. So I really like it. Really high speeds. Since I'm out in the middle of nowhere, it works great because I don't have any other really form of Wi-Fi that's going to be as fast as Starlink is. So it's really nice, really easy to set up, and you can manage everything on your phone with their apps. So that makes things really smooth. So I think that's about all I got. I've had no problems with it. The only time you'll see any speeds change is if you're really getting hammered by rain. Like if you have crazy rain, you'll have some speeds that slow down. But other than that, I never really have had any problems with it. So yeah. Before, they only had the two plans. It was an $80 plan and a $120 plan for me in my area. Also, you're going to see that as well. Some plans are available in your area and not available in your area. So as soon as you get the Starlink deal, you put in your address, and it'll come up with everything for you. But before, the $80 and $120, it just wasn't a lot of... It really wasn't that much more attractive than getting Wi-Fi anywhere else. Now, with the $50 plan, I think it's a pretty attractive offer for anybody out there. So... and especially since you get the whole setup free. So, highly recommend. You might see that I'm wearing some Woodward Farm stuff. Mainly I make farming videos, but this is my second channel. So if you haven't seen me before, yeah. I normally make farming videos under Farmer Woody, which will also be in the link in the description. With all that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys learned a little bit about Starlink. I've had great success with it, so highly recommend. Had it for 10 months, so it's good stuff.